Welcome everyone back to After Curfew Interviews with Kyle. Today I'm joined with content creator Trosa. Trosa, why don't you give yourself an introduction?
What's up? I'm Trosa. I just am a random gamer on YouTube. I do Gmod, Secret Lab. It's games like that.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time in your day to come on. With that being said, let's just move into our quote segment. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
Okay. The quote I have brought with me today is how do I say this? It is provided by thehealthy.com. So shout out to them. Thank you guys for providing us with this quote. Anyways, the quote reads, "Not every day is good, but there is something good in every day."
Well, I mean that quote it's pretty deep to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
guess that's the aesthetic we go for on this podcast with the quotes.
I'm probably gonna have to hear that quote again.
Yeah, you
Try to
got
understand it.
Not every day is good, but there's something good in every day.
You know, I think I could relate to that, especially during the pandemic. Because there's a lot of good there's a lot of bad days there, but I mean, there's something always good in those bad days.
Right.
Kind of make up the day.
Yeah, I guess a way you could, what you're trying to say, I guess, is like, you're gonna have shit days, right? You're gonna have bad days that things don't go your way and stuff like that, and that's okay. But you gotta look at, I guess, the good things that happened in that day.
Yeah.
Kind of look on the bright side almost.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, great outtake on that quote, and why don't we just get right into the interview segment? How about that?
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Let me just pull this up. Okay, so I guess why don't we start from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Every content creator has a beginning. There's always PewDiePie had his start. Mr. Beast had his start. All these big content creators, they all had their beginning, right? So from my standpoint, as an interviewer, I want to know your beginning. Just give me a quick rundown of like what kind of got you started on YouTube or Twitch, or whichever one you did first, and like what kind of just your beginning, kind of, yeah, how you came up.
Well, this all dates back to like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I watched this channel called Smosh. You've probably heard of it. It's pretty big.
Right. Yeah.
And as a kid, I used to do sketch comedy. It sucked, but I used to upload these videos back in 2012 where I would do these crappy sketch comedies on my old tablet recording. None of those videos are up. Like, I deleted all of them. But yeah, I did that for about a month, and then 2 years later, I started doing gaming, and I did Happy Wheels and Roblox.
Right.
Which none of those videos are up. And then just in the beginning of COVID, I decided to do commentary videos. And that's how I guess I got this Trosa channel up. Which now I guess I've shifted from commentary to gaming.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at today.
Okay. And may I ask, just as a follow-up question, did you see more success in the commentary field or the gaming field? Just a personal question I'm interested in.
Well, I guess what happened was towards the start, I found so much success in commentary, but commentary has been dying out a lot lately.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. Commentary, been a little dry recently.
Yeah. And I just didn't like the new forms of commentary where it's all just drama commentary.
Yeah. Because there's not much going on, and yeah,
yeah.
Tough time for commentary.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we've kind of covered the beginning, so now the viewers, they understand where you're from. They understand what you did, all that stuff. My next question, I guess, for you is that I noticed you do a bit of Twitch. You could do a bit of YouTube as well. Um, who would you say you gather? Who would you say you draw the most? Like, who are you most alike in their respective fields? So for Twitch, who are you most alike, and for YouTube, who are you most alike? Compare yourself to any content creator.
Twitch, I'd say I'm like critical
Okay.
with the type of streams I do.
Yeah.
YouTube, I'd say type of like an oldish Markiplier with the horror games I play.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are two great content creators. Now a follow-up question, because you mentioned horror games, and I was about to ask this, but you did some research, because it's my job as an interview to do some research, and I looked at some of your videos, and I noticed you do a lot of Phasmophobia, a lot of horror games. I noticed you did God, I'm trying to think of the game's name, SCP.
Yeah.
You did those games. So I mean, is that like your niche? Is that like, or I guess, do you have a niche, or is it just whatever you do,
Honestly, my thing, it's kind of a mixture between those chill type games and then horror
Right.
games. It's
Okay.
weird.
Intensity, and then like,
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Okay. Okay. So you do bit variety, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fair. Now I guess moving away from content, because I feel like a lot of interviews these days, especially for content creators, are primarily focused on content. You never really get to know a content creator. You never really get to understand what they're like off the camera, right? And sometimes, that's the dying question that a lot of viewers have for their content creators. They want to know, hey, what does he do in his free time? What does he do this? What's his favorite team in like sports, or what's his favorite food? Stuff like this. So I'm here to supply you guys with those answers. Obviously, it won't be I will have some basic questions like what's your favorite food, yada yada, but I'll try and keep it interesting. So I guess we'll start it off with you know what? Why don't we start it with a simple one? What's your favorite? Who's your favorite musician right now? Like, who you listen to the most?
I listen to a lot of underground EDM right now.
Mhm.
Gotta say, Ghastly.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
not
a
bad.
just underground DJ.
Yeah. I've heard of him. Well, there you go. If that if that was your if you wanted to know something about Trosa, there you go. His favorite artist. Now, I guess my next question for you is I'm gonna give you a figurative situation here. So let's say you won the lottery, right? $1 million, right? You're $1 million richer. What would you do with the $1 million you just won?
If I'm being honest, probably keep like some for college,
Yeah.
give some to charity,
Mhm.
and then give a lot to my parents.
Okay. Yeah, giving back to your parents. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then a follow up on that. Who would you say is like your biggest supporter of your content creation? Your biggest cheerleader?
You know, it's been a lot of the small YouTuber community, especially you've interviewed him before, Odd Life. Like, I'm part of his crew.
Yeah.
Amazing group of people.
Yeah, it's really good. You were saying?
Yeah, the Odd Life's crew, they're great. They're all small creators. We know what it's like trying to gain an audience.
Right.
So we all kind of support each other.
Bounce off each other,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I totally respect that. Small groups is typically the best way to rise to the top, because you are pumping out twice or 3 times as much content, and it's the same amount of people because it's a group, right?
Yeah.
And that's great for the viewers, great for the content creator because you get more exposure. Great for everyone. Win-win scenario.
Yeah.
Now, I guess, well, you kind of answered it for me, but I was gonna say, yeah, you kind of answered it, so I don't need to ask that. But my next question, I guess, is what's your biggest pet peeve? You know, something you see in public, like, oh, I can't, you know, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Bro, chewing with your mouth open. Like, keep your mouth closed when you chewing.
Oh yeah, that's a yeah, those ones really piss me off sometimes. Chewing
Like, I
with your
don't need
mouth
to see
open.
the stuff in your mouth. Keep it closed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess my next question, and this is this one what is this? I guess like this one is our like our I guess our only reoccurring question we do on this podcast interview slash type thing, but yeah, this is the only reoccurring question that we have through every single one, and the question is, I guess, what are your views on mental health as a whole, and I guess how it's been affected by COVID and all that. So
You know, we need to support each other, especially in a time like this where
mhm.
everyone is going through something mentally, because
Right.
no one has experienced something like this. Like,
Right.
this is something affecting globally, and it's not just a physical health thing. It's a lot of mental health. Like, a lot of people, the suicide rates have gone up, and it's terrible
Yeah,
thing.
terrible.
And we need to start noticing stuff like that more.
Right. We need to be there for each other, you know, support each other, look out for one another, look out for your family, look out for your friends, you know, just be there when you can, and you know, we'll get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's,
know, I've had like 3 friends who've tried to take their own life during this pandemic. You know, you gotta, if you see a sign like that, you've got to respond to it.
right. Yeah.
You can't just let it happen.
Right. And you know, there's it's really bad right now, and with all the COVID and all that, it really sucks. So you know, stay safe, and remember, you know, even though it's not advised to go outside, every once in a while, step outside, go in your yard or something, or if you don't have a yard, at least step on your front porch or step outside your house for a little bit, you know, take a walk.
You know, one of the biggest things that could help with mental health is exercise.
Right.
And fresh air,
Fresh
amazing
air.
source.
Yeah, that fresh air is real. That's real helpful, and I know, I know personally, you know, fresh air helps a lot to clear your head. You know, when there's, especially when you're doing a bunch of stuff, you know, you got people talking to you left, right, things coming in, bop, 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 bop. You know, you got to just clear your mind for a little bit and just enjoy life. Take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
Now, moving on from that question, and obviously, you know, mental health is something we take very seriously on the podcast, and that's why we try to spread awareness by asking that question every single time for all these interviews. But I guess you could say for someone, okay, let me give you another theoretical situation here. Let's say someone's just starting out on social media, right? Someone,
Yeah.
they just started their YouTube channel. They're really eager to start pushing out videos, because you know how when you first start a channel or like Twitch or something, you're super eager to just go, and then pump out so
Yeah.
many at a time, right? And when you get a new idea, it's just go. But what advice would you have for someone who just started and is just really eager to get things out there? What advice would you have for them to help them grow their channel?
You know, slow it down. It's always quality over quantity. I learned that from my past mistakes of pumping out just random commentary videos, where I used to I went from going to uploading like 10-minute commentary videos like once a week to like uploading these like 2 to 5 minute segments I made in like 2 days.
Yeah.
And I noticed that these 10-minute videos are getting a lot more views because I spend a lot more time editing those
Yep.
than these just random 2-minute segments I just made in like a day or two.
Right. Yeah.
The-
Um.
Always
You're
put
saying?
your head as the viewer. Like,
Right.
watch your video back and think to yourself, if I was a viewer, would I watch this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good. That is really good. Really good advice. Take it one step at a time. Slow it down. No need to rush. Life's sweet, so
Yeah.
savor it. Slow it down. Yeah,
Yep.
great advice. Honestly, that's really good advice. Now I think my last question I have for you. Time flies. Can you believe it? It's already been 16 some minutes. But
Yeah.
last question I have, and this one's kind of just one to cap it all off. When you say when you do all your social media and all that, do you ever feel a lot of, would you say, like pressure from, even if it's like family or like fans or people, pressure to do good, or pressure to even if it's just like pressure to upload quick, do you feel pressure pretty much? Do you feel like a lot of it, or do you think you manage it pretty well?
I feel like I manage it fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, see, YouTube's kind of like my little fun thing I do. I mean, I try not to take too much stress in what I do and more
Mm-hmm.
have fun with it. Like, this shouldn't be
Yeah.
something that stresses me out. This should be something I get done with my schoolwork and I say, I want to edit this video because
Right.
I have a thought in my head and I want to do it.
Yeah, because you enjoy it. You enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't
Right.
do this if I hated it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Makes sense. And yeah, it makes 100% sense. If you like something, pursue it, and don't put too much on yourself. And I think this ties back into the advice for someone who's just starting and is eager. Don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself. Like how when you first start, you want to pump out as many things. Don't upload every single day and then knowing that you won't be able to keep that up, because then it just becomes inconsistent and you fall out, and no one wants that, right? No one wants that. Set a consistent schedule.
Yeah.
Don't put too much work on yourself, and have fun with it, right? YouTube should be something you have fun with, right? Well, Trosa, it's been a blast. I've had a lot of fun interviewing you, man, and I
Been
honestly,
a good time, man.
yeah, I honestly feel like if you ever want to come on the main podcast or come back anytime, hit me up and we can schedule it.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right. Well, to the viewers, thank you so much for listening. If you've made it to the end, please like and subscribe, and make sure to go in the description and check out Trosa's channel, his Twitch and his YouTube, and his Twitter will be down there below. So go check that out. That's it for me. Signing off. Trosa, you got anything else to say?
Sub to the Macaroni podcast.
Well, you heard him. Go down there, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.